Good morning.
Today, of course, is a show. There's cameras on. The people paid, and you gotta do something for them.
Hello, sun in my face. Hello, you who make the morning and spread it over the fields and into the faces of the tulips and the nodding morning glories, and into the windows of even the miserable and the crotchety. Best preacher that ever was. Dear star that just happens to be where you are in the universe to keep us from ever darkness. To ease us with warm touching, to hold us in the great hands of light. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Watch now how I start the day in happiness, in kindness. Every morning I read the papers. I unfold them and examine them in the sunlight, the way the red mortars in photographs arc down into neighborhoods like stars, the way death combs everything into a gray rubble before the camera moves on. What dark part of my soul shivers? You don't want to know more about this. And then, you don't know anything unless you do. How the sleepers wake and run to the cellars, how the children scream, their tongues trying to swim away. How the morning itself appears like a slow white rose while the figures climb over the bubbled thresholds, move among the smashed cars, the street where the clinging ambulances won't stop all day. Death and death, messy death. Death as history. Death as habit. How sometimes the camera pauses while a family counts itself, and all of them are alive. Their mouths dry caves of wordlessness in the smudged moons of their faces. A craziness we have so far no name for. All of this I read in the papers, in the sunlight. I read with my cold, sharp eyes. Hello. Hello. You are in the kitchen with me. Welcome. Welcome. Here we are again. Every single time you are here with me in my kitchen, what could you possibly want from me? I want to crack you open. Or just, you are in the kitchen with me, let's eat. 2, 3, 1, 2, yes. Crack. Splinter. Damn it. Insidious shells. I've never found a 2-yolked egg. But my friend once had a whole carton, and what do we make from luck? An omelet. I've also never found a 4-leaf clover. Well, who has? Well, who has? Well, my Nana would stop me from beating the eggs, like I'm doing. Yes, from beating the eggs, unless the bowl was cradled between my forearm and the edge of the counter at an embarrassing angle, a dangerous egg on your shirt angle. I don't think I ever did. It never got to that point. I mean, psychologically, I always tilt the bowl. That's how you get perfectly creamy eggs. Low and slow is how you get creamy eggs. Low and slow and tilt the bowl. What about a hot pan? Pour the eggs in, turn it off. Don't you even think about that. That is not it. You want those eggs to be soup in the pan. You want the butter to float. You want it to beg. You want to stir those eggs not with metal but with silicone. Wood is fine. You want to breathe with the spatula. Don't stop until your shoulder has become a second cousins with the egg. And oh, you'll never guess what's next. Just at that point, you know the point. Slip another pat of butter in there and, well, it sounds like at that point you just pray that these eggs will form into anything at all. Oh, well, they will be clouds trembling with summer rain. Oh, but the rain is butter. Oh, that sounds good. Damn right. And salt and pepper, damn right. But the salt and pepper were supposed to go first. Oh, no. Well, two. Yes. Crack. Shell in the bowl. I could do this forever. Egg all over my shirt.
I woke up initially probably about, I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I woke up at about 6 and then 8:15.
Do I wake up with myself in the morning? Do I wake up with myself in the morning? Sometimes I leave myself sleeping, trying to snooze off last night's sugar and everything that could have gone better yesterday. Could have exercised and extended my life. Scrolled instead. I can't do much these days. Maybe last night I was so buzzed with the realities of every single thing I need to do to be a good friend and girlfriend and daughter and collaborator. Every email I haven't responded to in over a month. Or I went to bed knowing that someone is lost or someone has left. And it is impossible for me to hold each person in a way that is satisfying. It is impossible for me to do that all at once. I went to bed shaking and I woke up so thirsty. Has anyone ever tried to make out with water and then just choked to death?
I remember looking at the clock and it said 9:55.
I think the hardest part of morning for me is the actual waking.
Here are 8 things to master the morning. Master the morning. Okay, well, what if I want to let the morning just absolutely, completely, totally consume me, eat me up? Maybe I'd prefer that to climbing a mountain or getting up after 1 snooze instead of 2. Make your bed so you've completed a task. Thank God for tasks, right? Actually, thank goodness for one task in the morning that I can appreciate now and welcome again later, so yes. Sit in silence for 1 minute. Try not to think about whether it's been 1 minute. Journal for 1 minute. Try not to think about how you don't journal enough and when you die, no one will know what happened inside your brain from October 9th to January 6th. List of gratitude. Thank you very much, son. Move for 1 minute. Do anything. And the frustrating thing is that you're doing it. And then you say to yourself, okay, I get it. Yes, totally. I understand that I should be doing this for a long time every day because it feels good and helps me. And then the minute is over. And now you have to read a book that you absolutely love for just 1 minute. And I can't remember the last thing I have to do, but I'm not checking my phone. And God damn it, I am never following a list again, even though this pretty much worked and I am awake. Enough. Enough to make eggs.
Today, I woke up at 6:30.
I want to talk to you about eggs. Again, I want to talk to you about eggs. I want to talk to you about, do you think I talk about eggs too much? Do you think I talk to the eggs in the carton about the eggs? To the yolks trembling in the bowl, suspended in clear white? Do you think I talk to the yolks about eggs? Have you ever thought that when I meet someone for brunch, I might talk about the eggs before ordering, while ordering, before my first bite, after my first bite, near the end of the meal when the eggs have gotten a little cold and rigid and won't welcome my fork like they did before, to the server as they take the plate away, to the little bit of egg on my napkin which I fold and leave on the table after I slowly and quietly move my chair back to stand up because I'm convinced my body will break it with the quietest whisper of pressure? Do you think I mention the eggs again when I hug them goodbye? Not the eggs, my friend. And think of them as I walk down the block to the subway and struggle to get my Metro card out of my wallet with my gloves on. Did I mention it is winter? In the sense that I'm wearing gloves and my nose is pink, peeking out above my scarf. And the subway windows are steamed up, and I think about eggs the whole ride home. And as I go over the bridge, I know that eggs can do what clouds can do, but clouds can't do what eggs can do. And then do you think I think about clouds? I like gray days because they make everything greener. The word gray even makes the word green greener. And I like sunny days because in the morning the sun is lazy, and then throughout the day it gets bolder and bolder, and so does the world around it. And for these reasons, I love scrambled eggs above all other egg preparations.
The problem is the word, because the word is absolute. I awoke. Whereas at this time of my life, and especially in this past year, the process, the transition from sleep and dream life to being able to say, I am awake, is a blessedly protracted process.
It depends on what jobs. Like I've been working a couple of different jobs. So the last job I was working, I was like had to be, consistently up and to a spot at 7 in the morning. So I was getting up at like 5, 5:30 every day.
This nifty from the 80s that my mom had, a radio clock.
Birds.
My biological clock, and that's the truth from years of living.
I really enjoy staying in bed for a little bit if I can, because then I don't have as much resentment. And of course these days it's like, oh, I have to accept reality again.
I jump up.
Sometimes the first thing that I'll do when I wake up is turn off my alarm, and then I have my phone in my hand, and then I go to Twitter. That suck, immediate attention, emotion drain, that can really kind of make you not want to get out of bed in the morning.
I feel like I have like a,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's that over there? Oh no, let's go.
I'm just going to be me and be warm to people. That's good enough.
I've been trying to remember that I am more than my productivity, and that sort of relaxation and lack of productivity are revolutionary in some ways, because the world wants us to be doing at all times and contributing to the economy at all times. Even as an artist, I do not have to be making art always to define myself as an artist. And that being, a Black woman who can just relax is truly a blessing and a gift. And I should cherish it more than feel guilty about it.
For me, being able to think today is a new day.
Every once in a while, there's just a really great beam of light that shines through my window, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm actually gonna stare at the light for a little bit.
It's the skies sometimes just breaking at dawn, kind of mixing the palette.
I'm thinking about today.
It depends, because if I'm waking up with anxiety, it's the future. If I'm waking up with depression, it's the past. And then if I'm waking up sort of settled, it's the present.
I think I start at Dreamscape tomorrow when I first wake up. I said, being in my head and just imagining different things, and just being in a different world.
Nothing, with rare exceptions such as jury duty. Wind, change. I just love, anything that touches me, grasses and leaves, anything that reminds me that I am. Yeah.
Something to surprise me with joy.
Yeah, just working towards a future where I can be um just more free, and also working towards a future where the people that I love can be more free.
I probably should. And there was a time in which I was very religious about the first thing I have every morning to be water. You're right, I love water. I fully believe in water.
I don't drink anything, actually.
Oh, yeah. I'm not into it in the morning. It would be great. As a health and fitness professional, you should drink water.
Yeah. Am I hungry? Do I hunger? And I'm like, okay, but do you want food? Almost never when I wake up.
A well-made bagel, I think I might get emotional thinking about it. It's just like the most beautiful thing.
The camp I went to when I was a young kid called Hillcroft was upstate New York, and I hadn't up until that point at 8, 9, 10, 11, whenever I went, tasted a country egg. And everybody in camp was not big into these eggs. And I tasted one, and there was 7 on the platter, and I could eat 5 of them.
Really hot when I wake up, which is partially because I'm a warm sleeper. It's also partially now my apartment is so hot, like so hot.
I often hold things in my body without realizing, anxieties and wants and desires, and they build up in my body and I feel them when I get out of bed.
And rising for me in this time of my life really is a function of accepting the body. That's what I get up for. I get up to go to the bathroom. But then, that now I am my body and my whole self. So then I say, oh, well, I'll take my pills and wash my face. And
Anything can happen today. I'm in recovery, right? And so many of my friends and people I have loved never woke up. Just never woke up. And for some stupid reason, I did. And getting in recovery is like the ultimate waking up.
Be gentle with yourself and enjoy your bed for a little bit.
And maybe just a gentle reminder that this time that you're passing now is not infinite. To look ahead and not back.
I think it's something like forward, maybe better.
I would just say, give me the wisdom to have the gratitude this day deserves, and to accept my frailty in the face of whatever I won't understand.
Look at the sunrise and list everything you are grateful for. Okay, no problem. Feet, arms, legs, butts, noses, mouths, knees, lips, backs. Those are all body parts. Don't have to tell me twice. Friends and family? Be more specific. Sometimes you're treading water and you know that even though you're tired, you won't drown. And sometimes you can hold just a little bit of water in your palms. And sometimes you can drink a glass of water and it's safe in your belly. And sometimes you can say, hey, do you want a glass of water? Oh, totally. Exactly. Water protectors. A deep love. Winter citrus and summer stone fruit. Proof of God. Yes, exactly. People at protests who bring apples and granola bars and water. People who clean up after protests. Organizers. Sidewalks. Long walks, short walks. Just stepping outside and remembering that the world is all around and despite our best efforts still growing and changing, and so are we. And the room getting brighter as the sun rises higher. My parents who raised me, my sister, stillness. You think I'm joking? That sometimes I go to sleep dreaming I'm a famous singer, but I was just discovered by accident and in front of someone who didn't think I was a good singer, but guess what? I am. That's cool. Cool things. Scrambled eggs again and again and every time perfect. Fucking marbles. Just little glass balls rolling around on the floor or sitting in a bowl at any given office. Right. Juicy historical fiction. Swimming. Kissing. Oh, yes. In the morning? All day, baby. Is that all? No? Birds? I could go on. Thank goodness.